Can Oregonians pump their own gas without turning Portland into a flaming nightmare? And the C8 Corvette, which is highly anticipated and much debated, is going to appear at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. Or is it? These stories, more, and some awesome Nissan builds on the very first episode of the RevMatch Report. Cue the big intro. There's no intro? The orchestra and dancing monkeys haven't been paid yet? We'll have an intro for you next week. As of January 1st, there is a new law which allows Oregonians to finally pump their own gas. Just like the rest of the world. Well, except New Jersey. I mean, we wouldn't want Snooki in the situation pumping their own gas now, would we? Sorry, that's a really bad joke. The internet is having a field day with the memes. Well, it's official. Devastating scenes from all across Oregon today. All of Oregon, the first week. Hashtag Oregon gas. We've just received exclusive video of Oregonians pumping their own gas. Sorry, I had to use that clip. Fair use and all. In this next segment, I'm going to be highlighting some interesting YouTube channels that I find and cool builds that people are doing. This week, I'm going to be focusing on Nissans. First up is Kevin Camacho. He's got a 240SX with a 1J swap and a CD900 transmission, which I think is out of a 350Z. What I like about his build is that he is focusing on reliability. And to me, that's really one of the most important things in a build, because there's so many dyno queens that make a lot of power, but when you want to drive them and you want to enjoy them, they just end up blowing up. His 1J is a VVTi, and what I like about his channel is that he's got a really good explanation as to why the CD900 is a good transmission for the car, and he goes into his logic behind choosing that transmission.
I wanted to make this video because a lot of the information on CD009s are kind of misleading. I'm not by any means a CD009 specialist, but I would like to help people out there in search of one. This is my experience looking for one. You will find that CD009s are actually kind of hard to find.
Props to you, Kevin. I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of your build coming along. Boostedboiz. Kyle just recently picked up an S14, which has got an SR20 swap in it, which is the same as I've got in this car. It's an interesting shade of pink or something.
Roasted the back tires.
Yep. Drift car. I guess the story behind it is that Emilio had two of these. He had this S14 and an S13 that he got through some trade deal or whatever. And you know, a few months ago I was kind of joking with him like, yo, if you ever want to get rid of those, let me know, because I'd be kind of down to buy one, because I've honestly been trying to get into like the drift scene a little bit. I kind of wanted to get a rear-wheel drive car, but you know, I wasn't really serious about it, and I didn't think he would actually, you know, give one of these up. But he's looking to clear some space, and he ended up parting with this one, and yeah, so we bought it from him today.
What I like about Boostedboiz is that Kyle brings his builds to completion, and so many channels don't do that. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Kyle is going to do with this. He says the car is going to be down for a little bit. If you don't follow Boostedboiz, there's going to be links for his channel and all of the others below. I really like what you're doing, Kyle. Southern Hooning. Josh has got an S13 with a KA turbo setup, making 350 horsepower, if you can believe it. That's a lot for a little car like this, and it's a lot for the KA engine. He recently posted a really fun video about drifting in Hurricane Irma. He's got a lot of drift videos on his channel. His stuff is really a lot of fun. I encourage you guys to go check it out, and I'm looking forward to what 2018 is going to bring for your build. More Skids, based out of Washington, I think. They've got a 240SX with a 1J swap. They've been working on it since 2015, and they recently just hit 100,000 subscribers. They've got a lot of really interesting stuff going on their channel. They've got some quality builds, so definitely check that out. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing more of the 1J. What I like about their channel is they actually take their car drifting and they take it to the track and they beat on it, so it's not just a project car that sits in the shop. It is in use and action, and you should definitely go check those guys out. Skura Weekly. While he doesn't exactly have builds, he is an amazing cinematographer and filmmaker based in Oregon, and he publishes really cool videos every single week. And he's got an S14 that he recently features on his channel with a sort of VHS 80s style theme to it.
200 SX. Sleek, smooth, refined, a moving work of art.
His style is really interesting. He keeps changing it up every week, and he posts just really interesting little films sort of focused on Nissans. He's got some other cars on there too, a lot of drift focus. So if you like that kind of stuff, I highly recommend you check out Skura Weekly. Owner's Agony. I don't know exactly what that means, but he's got a 1988 JDM Nissan 240SX Silvia, which has been imported to, I think, Florida. The car is really clean. It looks really nice. Go check out his channel as well. The mid-engine Corvette C8. Are we going to see it at the North American International Auto Show, which is coming up just next week? Here's my theory on it. We've seen some spy shots of the Corvette over the last year, but recently, I think back in October, we saw the Corvette at a freaking McDonald's drive-thru, and it wasn't surrounded by SUVs kind of blacking it out. It didn't have that much camouflage on it. Here's the thing, if General Motors was really trying to hide the Corvette, do you think that they would have allowed the driver to take it through a freaking drive-in? The Drive has reported that the Corvette will be going into production on January 29th. Here's the big question. Is that Corvette going to be the C8 or will it be the existing C7? And if it's the C8, are they going to run them alongside each other and have a C8 mid-engine available concurrently with a C7? If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that we've been working on this car and we're getting ready to do a new build. It's an SC400. It previously had a 1.5J swap, which is a 2J bottom end and a 1J head in it, made about 600 horsepower. However, the engine kind of gave up recently, so we're working on putting a new engine into this. So follow me on Instagram, it's RevMatchTV. I'm doing pretty frequent little live streams on there. We're gonna be doing a full paint job. It's gonna be a full build. Come check it out. I'm gonna be working on it pretty frequently over the next month. If you found some interesting automotive news, just hit me up in the comments or chat me up on Instagram. I'd love to hear your stories. I'd love to see if you've got a really interesting build going on or an interesting channel. I'd love to feature it. I'm going to be back next week with more automotive news. I'm also going to be working on this car, the 240SX. A lot of you have been asking me to do the rear Z32 brake swap, so yes, it's finally going to happen this year. I'm going to start collecting the parts. I'm going to start doing it in February with a super detailed how-to on how to install the Z32 rear brakes on this car. I've been loving it. The car's been up and running, and I'm a little bit hesitant to take it off the road and do work on it, but I'm going to do that. Really enjoying this 240 lately. I think it's a really nice, clean build, and I think I'll do a feature on it on this channel. Anyways, if you guys want to subscribe, just hit the button right over there. Hit the notification bell as well, and I'll see you guys on Instagram.